Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. We're about to do a good old-fashioned story recap. It's story time with Prof. Hoff. Now, look, what we're about to do is hear one side of a story, and it has a happy ending. And I think Kabam deserves a lot of credit for how they treated this story. And I get sometimes people think that content creators only like to get views because they like to complain. And it is true. Videos that are more critical tend to do better because the human condition, God help us, is attracted more to controversy than compliments. And I can't even say controversy right now, which is kind of concerning. Matt here, otherwise known as 2 Cents, sent in the following Kabam support ticket. I just logged on to find I was kicked from my lines on the last day of Battlegrounds season and end of Alliance War season after contributing all season long to both of these events. What do I do now? Now, let's just say, hypothetically, this was a justified move. Because there are people in the Alliance who say, Prof. Hoff's covering something that he doesn't know anything about. This guy did X, Y, and Z. Well, I still think it is a D-bag move. And every alliance I've ever been in has thought, even if there's somebody that we just are sick and tired of, we don't like their comments in the line posts, we don't like their activity, we don't like all of the above. We think that there are better players to replace them. There could be a host of legitimate and not legitimate reasons to replace somebody in Alliance. That doesn't mean you should kick them right before rewards are going to come out. That is still just common courtesy, which people don't appreciate enough in this world until something happens to you and you think, how can people treat each other that way? And I did a video a while back where I talked about how I couldn't believe this was still happening. Like, I hear these horror stories and think, really? In 2023, this is still happening? I saw this happen in like 2017, but not since then. Well, you can see that Kabam sent the response saying, in general, Kabam support is unable to give season rewards to players. However, we can make exceptions for eligible players under certain conditions, including but not limited to a player who accidentally left but rejoined their alliance within 24 hours, a player who was kicked from their alliance at a point in a season where they would not have been able to requalify for season rewards, which I believe he met the criteria number 2 of this list. Please note that players must first have participated in the required number of Alliance Wars and Battlegrounds matches needed to qualify for applicable season rewards. Additionally, we cannot make exceptions until the relevant season has ended, and yes, once again, that was the case. When the season ends and the rewards are paid out to alliances, please respond to this ticket, blah, 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 making sure to help out soon after the rewards are paid out to alliances. So, Ed, that is awesome. Thank you for sending this information over, and also for allowing community members to know there is a system in place. We'll call it a safety net, if you will, where people who get screwed over at the end of seasons by their alliance for legitimate or illegitimate reasons might still be able to claim their rewards. Okay, so this is the Sanctuary Alliance. Again, this is what affected him. And you can see that they had somebody, I guess, raring to go. 2 Cents was kicked, and Tiger 267 came in right after. Platinum 3 Alliance, definitely people who, look, let's say you have a justified reason to kick the summoner. I'm sure he would argue that, but let's just say you did. You can wait a little bit longer for somebody to get rewards. Also, the description of this alliance, and I'm not going to draw more attention to this, is troubling to me. It's I know it's a joke to you, but it's still very bizarre. And so, check this out. After reviewing the account, 2 Cents, I can confirm that you were kicked from the Alliance Sanctuary during the season, which is why you did not receive rewards from the event payout. However, I have some good news. I verified that you qualify for the courtesy reward extension per our policy, so I sent these items to your account. Battlegrounds Alliance event rewards, and you can see it's half a Tier 3 Alpha, half a Tier 6 Basic, 125% Tier 5 Class Catalyst Fragment Crystal, a 25% Tier 6 Class Catalyst Fragment Crystal, 8,000 Battlegrounds Trophy Tokens, and a Tier 5 Class Catalyst Selector. All fantastic rewards. That is awesome that your alliance is so active in Battlegrounds, and you, or I guess your old alliance at this point, were able to reap the benefits. Now look, this video could easily be, let's just attack this alliance for being shady. They would probably push back and say they weren't being shady. You don't know the whole story. I am not going to spend time arguing whether or not this person should have been kicked. I just think the timing of it is the shady part. If somebody's contributed to you all month, even if you hate their guts and want to never talk to them again and you're going to block them from all chats, let them have rewards. That's just the right thing to do. But speaking of the right thing to do, it's also nice to know Kabam has a policy that protects players against this shady practice. So I am very happy to report on this. It is some good news, regardless of how many views these videos get. They're really important to the community and really important for my own mental health to let people know who always attack me for being too negative that I do my best to give Kabam credit where credit is due. I think the people that truly watch my channel every day, the hardcore Prof, Hoff, the 1% of people who watch every video, which I know is a lot of videos, you understand that I try to be as objective as possible, and I don't just try to be clickbaity for, revenue or click's sake. That's not why I'm doing this. That's not why I'm still doing this. It's to be objective, but to also give credit where credit's due, and Kabam deserves a lot of that for this.